Life is all about impact. You're welcome to this channel where we'll give you back-to-back information of the freedom of every indigenous people in that country. Biafra, Oduduwa, Arewas, the real Arewas, not the Fulanized ones. And Tifis, the Ijos, the Ishekiris, and the remaining other tribes that wants to be liberated from that Islamic state of Nigeria. When you see knowledge, you should acknowledge it irrespective of the age. I came across this young man some months ago and I've always listened to him. I want you to listen to him about this.
Impact is not a function of age. Impact is not a function of age. Impact is a function of illumination. Illumination is the level of light available to a man. The level of light available to a man is the level of knowledge from which the man is operating on, because life functions by definite knowledge, not by age. But it becomes a very high restricting force from progress, because religion in Africa has limited impact to age. So when a young boy in his early 20s is communicating a knowledge that is unfamiliar to people, or trying to touch the weight of influence to preach a different knowledge to the mindset of the people, people justifies the boy based on how many years are you. You are still a little boy not even up to 30 years. What do you know? They have limited impact in Africa according to age. But impact is not measured in age. Impact is not a function of age. Impact is a function of illumination. Illumination is the level of light available to a man. Life functions by the level of light available to you. The level of light available to a man is the level of knowledge from whence the man is operating on, because life is built by knowledge. But Africans have limited impact to age, and this is preached to us according to the religious activities we find ourselves in. So if you watch in the European nation, you discover that at age 19, young youths are becoming productive. They have already started their career. At age 35, you see a European person retiring from job. For instance, you discover that the footballers, Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, Suarez, at age 35, they are already retiring from their football career. But then at age 35 becomes a time when African man is starting his own career. So the life starts for a black man at age 35. So at age 35, you are still thinking about how to marry, to start building a home. So a young boy of 25 years stand up and tell his parents, I want to settle down, I want to build marriage. They tell him, my friend, keep quiet. So marriage is not a go marker. Marriage is not a child's play. You are not yet matured for marriage. At age 25, you have limited impact to age. Impact is not a function of age. Impact is a function of illumination. So because life function, the lifespan of a man is very, very limited. And anytime you are waiting on age or counting achievement on age, you end up come to a look around and discover you have lost a whole lot of things. And these things was propagated in Africa through religion. So our generation, we are going to awaken men that we discover that life don't function by age. Life functions by the level of illumination available to you. Therefore, there are results that should be communicated and seen among the youth, and they will be welcomed. Not because they were matured in age, but because they are matured in understanding. So what religious people does that they came to put Africans in a realm of living in the tomorrow. And anytime a man begins to live in the realm of the tomorrow, the first thing that happens to the man, that the man loses the peace of life. Because the goal of life, or the goal of anything you do, is to attain peace of mind. Any work you are doing at all on earth that you begin to lose peace of mind, stop now. You have lost the most vital thing that a man needs to structure his life. The most biggest achievement on the planet Earth is peace. Therefore, anything that sabotages or disrupts your peace of mind has become a great threat to your life and your generation. So what they did, that they gambled our peace by making us to live in the tomorrow. So they begin to bring some theories like tomorrow it go better. Youth are the leaders of tomorrow. Ogechi Kamma. Tomorrow is pregnant. And then when you begin to hear tomorrow, one thing people have not yet understood is that tomorrow is a concept that never exists. Tomorrow don't come. Tomorrow only come in the mouth. Today is a tomorrow to yesterday, but a day that will never come is tomorrow. So most people live their whole life even without enjoying their whole life at all, because every time they are thinking about tomorrow, they are living in a system that has even happened now. They forgot to understand that today was the tomorrow you thought about yesterday. So they made us to live in tomorrow. The things we are supposed to be creating now, the energy level we are supposed to be investing to live in the now, we are investing it in the tomorrow. And life don't function by tomorrow. A man must start to explore the real potential in himself when the man begins to live in the now. A man who lives in the now has begun to learn to maximize one, the peace of mind of life, two, his potential and his DNA. Because when you begin to live in now, there is no room again for procrastination. Procrastination begins to exist when man begins to think that there is tomorrow. There is never anything like tomorrow. So they gave African youth these slogans that youth are the leaders of tomorrow, and since all the days of your life, you have not seen youth ascended in the tree, in the throne of our presidency. Why? Because tomorrow has never yet come. Buhari will still rule. Tinubu will rule. If Tinubu finish, he will give it to Lai Mohammed. When Lai Mohammed finish, he will give it to Sunday Igboho. Youth will still be waiting to rule as the futures of tomorrow. My brother, anything that they begin to give you a concept of futures of tomorrow, or tomorrow you go better. Tomorrow, my dear, tomorrow never comes. A man begin to explore his potential when the man begin to live in the now. Live in the now. Live in the now. African youth our mind has been transported to live in tomorrow. So even though you are suffering today, you are not even investing the requisite energy to find your peace today. What is important to you is your life tomorrow. And sometimes we discover that we live our whole life even not without enjoying our own achievements. People want to live in tomorrow. Why are you anxious about what tomorrow will bring? Think about now. For the life you create now is the life that is going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow never exists. Tomorrow is a concept, an ideology that never exists. And anytime a man is marshaled to live in tomorrow, anytime you begin to live in the tomorrow, you lose the consciousness of living in the today. There are three ways by which you can sabotage the peace of a man. Remember, I've told you that the highest thing you can achieve on earth is the peace of mind. Anything that gambles your peace have gambled the highest thing on earth that you have. I'm going to explain this explicitly. There are three ways to make you to lose your peace permanently. One is making you to live in the past. Anytime you begin to deliberate on the past, that is where depression comes from. When you begin to live in the activities of our past, the frustrations, your pain, you begin to meditate on those things, you begin to lose automatically your peace of mind. The second way to lose your peace of mind is when you begin to equate your current level of life with that of another person. That means you actualize something, but in yourself, you are measuring that your achievement by the achievement of another person. And anytime you begin to measure your achievement with that of your neighbor, you always see people who are better than you. No matter how you speed on the road, you will meet a car in front of you. So you got an alert of 1 million, a job paying of 1 million naira per month. You are happy, but then you remember that they are paying your friend 5 million naira per month. It becomes, your happiness shredded. Your Facebook page is growing. You grew from 1,000 to 5,000 followers. Then you recognize that some people have 148,000 followers. By equating yourself with those people, you lost your peace. So most of the things we are supposed to enjoy and explore, anytime we begin to equate our achievements with the achievement of other people, automatically you are destabilizing your peace of mind. The third way that will make you to lose your peace permanently is expectation. Expectation is the highest form of making a man to lose peace. Because if you don't expect, you will never be disappointed. In form of expectation, this is where men begin to hang their mind in the future. You begin to live in future. You begin to think about tomorrow more than you think about today. But it is today that is the tomorrow you are thinking about. Tomorrow never exists. The man who has maximized peace of mind must learn to live in the now without expectation. If you expect, that always gives you room to be prone to disappointment. So why I buttress this thing is to make us to understand that African youth must come back to live in the present now. Let us live in the now. Tomorrow never come. Tomorrow is just an ideology. Tomorrow is just an ideology. Tomorrow will never come. Anytime you begin to be promised tomorrow, discover that you have been deceived. So they gave us tomorrow. The heaven will come tomorrow. Rapture will happen tomorrow. The youth will lose tomorrow. All the things they told us that will happen tomorrow never happened. So this afternoon, this night, I came for us to discuss from the standpoint of love. Because by the end of this night teachings, you are going to learn a lot. And you begin to live in the present now. Because when we journey to now, then we begin to explore now to create. When you live in the now, there will be no room for procrastination. And when you don't procrastinate, you begin to utilize the strength you like, you desire to maximize or to create the things you like. And when you live in the now, you enjoy your peace of mind. You don't think about yesterday. You don't think about tomorrow. You live in the now and begin to maximize your energy level.
Wow, this is quite deep. I hope you have learned from it. We have to live in the now, not tomorrow. I want to say have a good one and see you in another video.